What is up, folks? Welcome back to another live stream repair. Let's see what we've got here. We've got CJ with a second gen. That sounds awful. Go ahead and show you guys what we're talking about here. Should be reset already. Yes, the less than usual second gen. It's a little unusual to have a second gen around here. Usually everyone's getting first gens worked on. Second gen side there seem to have slightly less. Wow. I hope I didn't just wake everyone up. We're just gonna unplug that. I need a second to recover after that. Alright, so we've got CJ here with some problems. And then we're going to take a look at Chris's HomePod. Actually, we already looked at Chris's HomePod. It updated without a problem. We're just going to knock out the hardware maintenance. And then we've got 3434. They've got two HomePods. One with blinking volume buttons, one that has they want hardware maintenance on. We've got Jason with two HomePods as well. Both of them have no power. Then we've got 3439, that's an anonymous no power. 3462, anonymous no power. And Mike, of course, y'all know Mike. Speaking of, let's let the Discord server know we're getting into some trouble here. If my computer can copy the clipboard. There we go. And I've got me some RC Cola. Room temperature, of course. Really brings out the flavor. Let's go ahead and let CJ know that they are up first here. Here they are. Then we'll let Chris know that we're wrapping theirs up finally. Let's see, 396. Alright, CJ and Chris have been messaged. Well, let's go ahead and jump into this. So, I'm not going to plug this in again if you didn't catch what it was doing. Rewind to the beginning of the stream there and take a listen for yourself. I'm not doing that again. Let's get in there and see what's going on. I have a feeling this is just going to be Something got dropped. And bent. Although, if I recall correctly, the conversation I had with them, there was no reason to believe it had ever been dropped. So it would be weird, according to them. Next likely thing, I think, maybe the subwoofer's bad. Oh god, what if we've got bad DC filters going in the second gens now and they're roasting woofers? I will not be happy about that. Here's the part that sucks. No going back. Oh, Stefan, welcome. Welcome back. CJ, I'm sorry if that's not how you pronounce your name, but welcome nonetheless. Let's get our next bits exposed here. Thankfully these second gens are rather easy to work on, sans getting it back together without a drawstring. And we've got some T6 bits holding the speaker basket down. Thankfully no glue, so we don't need any of Tim's tears for this one. Unfortunately, the bits on my electric driver, even if I stick an iFixit bit on there, it's just not long enough to reach these ones. The iFixit screwdriver is just skinny enough to reach in there. Just skinny and long enough. Let's see, 3 more? Very nice. Didn't step out a single screw in that one. Now we're looking for that flat spot right there. See how you can see through this whole grill except for right here. That's where the ribbon cable is that connects the upper half of our stuff. So let's use that as the place that we hinge this all up. Oh, perfect. We don't want to pull up on this too hard yet because we have to. Actually, I'm not even. Yeah, we'll go ahead and disconnect it for now. I don't want to risk ripping it. Okay, what are we dealing with here? Oh, subwoofer's just straight up coming apart. I think we can fix this. Gotta get that woofer unplugged from the amp. They made it just difficult enough to reach that locking tab. Everything else, I mean, I don't expect to see anything bad in here. I kind of figured any of our issues, as soon as they sent us a video of their problem, I expected things to be basically from a problem to be with from the woofer or up in here. So, yeah, wow. That should not be splitting open like that right here. What we can do, I think what we will go ahead and do here, I'll finish the job because I need to reseal this. Hopefully we can rebuild this real quick, just glue it back together. There we go. So now you see when I push this down, it's not moving any of the rest of that now. So I got that all nice and separated, and if I can push it down straight enough, it feels like the voice coil is undamaged. It's hard to say for sure, but let's see. What are we going to do here? I think what we're going to do, I am going to grab some of my favorite glue for repairing damaged speakers like this. Some 3M Automotive Black Weather Strip Adhesive. Interesting choice, huh? So I like this stuff because it makes an excellent watertight seal. So it's going to be a decent airtight seal either way, at least as good, if not better than what the factory uses to glue these together. And it's also very flexible, even when it dries. And when it dries, it stays really tacky and sticky. So if it developed a hole, in theory, it would just close itself back up. Kind of self-healing stuff, you know what I mean? With it wiggling around. Who'd have guessed it? Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thought? The hard part's just cleaning all this old stuff up. Blow it up on stream. No, I'm not blowing this up on stream. It's a perfectly good subwoofer still. We just need to give it a little love. And the challenge will be, how do I get them to stick themselves together? I guess I could just, yeah, okay. Here's how we're gonna do this. Okay, and we'll just go around this lip a little bit, make sure it's very sealed. If you think this is ghetto, don't worry. I did this same repair to one of my SingCell Alphas, and that speaker is significantly more expensive than this. But I had bought a used SingCell Alpha. The seller didn't pack it for crap, and it bounced around in a box and poked a bunch of holes in the woofer cone, or in the surround. And I had to goop it all up. Okay, we've got a nice, good, solid layer. Can't really test it for a day or so here. We're gonna have to let it dry. But that should work way better than the factory glue, I'll say that much. With that though, I suppose we'll go ahead and put this off to the side, let it take its time drying. I did want to get to this one first, just in case it was going to need something like this and a little more time to finish. So there you go. That should fix the problem. Let's put their parts off to the side. And let's fix some other stuff here today. Okay, what have we got next? Yes, that's right, Chris's pod. We need to wrap Chris's pod up here. This is the one that showed up a few days ago, just stuck on an older OS version, I suppose. Oh yes, I did ask them about this one. So they said this one was just not turning on for the longest time. They tried it more recently, and it gave power on sound. Seemed to boop, but never showed up in the home. After about a minute, it seemed to lose power again. But I've had this plugged in for the past day or so. No problems. It stayed on, it updated, it stayed running. So we're going to give it some maintenance, some hardware maintenance, so that we can warrant giving them a warranty and taking it back if it gives them any more problems. And then we'll move on to some more real fixes here. There we go. Mike's here. Oh. I don't need a mail order plug. I live in Washington. Yeah, Mike, your Space Gray Pod has found its way to HomePod heaven. We're gonna give it we're gonna give it some treatment, and we'll send it straight back to HomePod hell right at your house. Actually, especially if you look at the live stream thumbnail, the HomePods at your place seem pretty happy, except for the cursed one. Ooh, someone just threw up a 1984 Nissan 300ZX 50th Anniversary Edition on Craigslist, but they want $35,000 for it. Hard pass. Hard pass. Oh, you know what, Stefan? I remember you mentioning yours having a line on it. I can see a line on the front of this one too. It's not a seam. The seam is definitely still back here, but it's weird that it looks like there's another one up front. I think that's like what you were talking about with yours. Oh Mike, I haven't even opened your box yet. I opened everyone else's boxes but yours. I don't even know if you sent me a HomePod in there or if it's just a box of rocks. I'm just trusting you. I trust that there's a box with your name on it, so there's a HomePod in there, and I'll put it up on the screen, and we'll read the class. We'll share your note with the class. Did the surprise item get delivered? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I told you to follow my Twitter if you wanted to see what it was, but I spoil you guys, so here you go. Oh, I got it upside down. There we go. Get that booted up. And the best part, it comes with the stylus. Oh, it's resuming. Look at that. We've got ourselves the Axiotron mod book with a 2.4 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo, 4 gigs of DDR2 RAM, and this is my favorite part about this. If I can get the dang CD open. It comes with the freaking software CD for all the Axiotron software. This is a modified MacBook made by Axiotron. It's called the Axiotron mod book. And I've been trying to hunt one of these down for so long. But it's basically a 2007 MacBook? 2007 or 2009, with the top half chopped off and an aluminum tablet screen bolted down to it. Otherwise, it's a perfectly normal 2007-ish MacBook. Goodness gracious. I bid ruthlessly on that thing to get my hands on it. But when one finally popped up, I wasn't going to let any of you take it from me. Not this time. Can you send me a pebble from Serbia? Oh, I have a couple pebbles. I kickstarted the original, and then I kickstarted the pebble steel, and then I bought a second pebble steel, and then I bought a second regular pebble, and then I bought a color, and then they started selling them at Target, and I bought the pebble round at Target. I've got like 5 or 6 freaking pebbles. Oh man, it sucks. Pebbles came just too late for me to sneak one in and use it while I was at basic training in the Army. Just too late for me to use it in the military, just too late for me to use it at school and cheat on stuff. I mean, smartphones were just becoming a thing when I was going through high school. So all the teachers were still trying to catch up to all the kids' tricks. A lot of teachers would make everyone turn their phones in. Or not, they wouldn't make anyone turn their phones in unless they were using them during class and getting distracted with them. And of course I would get distracted with mine, but what I would do is I would carry like 2 or 3 spare phones on me. I would have my smartphone, and then I'd have a couple of dumb phones. And if any of the teachers ever yelled at me and asked to confiscate my phone, I would just give them one of my spare dumb phones. Can you send me a pebble from Oklahoma? You know, if you did, it'd end up on our desk here and probably become part of it. I need to clean up my desk so it's easier to see the different artifacts people have sent in to us over the years. I've gotten some strange things. Strange foods and it's getting hot out. I'll say that. I'm worried about my camera. It's probably going to overheat and only give us like an hour to stream today. Alright, here we go. We're going to knock out those filters that love to go bad and cause no power. Or not no power, sorry, death farts. No, Mike, I actually haven't opened your box yet. I actually have not. But we will, I mean, if you want, I can open it in a minute here, but I figured I would just wait until we got to it and gave you guys the genuine reaction of whatever the heck you put in there. Oh, I mean, I expected it to just be a HomePod, but... but you sometimes put some funny notes in there. I wanna see what you gotta say here. Alright, I'm gonna open it here. Yeah. There better not be a live animal in here. Okay, yes, I am confused about the power cable. Where's the note? Oh, there's this. Now this is making me nervous. Did you mean to send 2 power cables in there? There's a spare cable from the cursed boy. Oh. Alright, alright. Let's see what's in here. Ooh. Ooh, that's the boy. Ooh, that's a note. Let's see. Thank you for repairing my pods. Do you want me to read this to everyone, or? Oh, this isn't to read on stream. Okay. Well, it's basically just a note that says, thank you very much for fixing my pods here. And please fix the other ones. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, I will read this. I'll skim it over and make sure. Okay. Oh, that is too cool. Thank you so much, Mike. Oh, ooh. Okay, when I saw pictures of this, I did not expect. Oof. Oh, goodness. Oh, geez. Wow. And then you got a laser pointer. Oh, it's a green one. Oh, Mike, this is too cool. And then the UV. Okay. That is really cool. That is really cool. Oh, it feels like there is something else in there. Oh, it's the little charger for it. Oh, this is too cool. Alright. Wow. Once again, thank you, Mike. That is too nice. That is too nice. We'll put that on my desk to the side there, and let's see if we have a chance to use that UV light with some solder mask. I saw that it already took some of my screws. Oh, you know what? That means that I can probably just stick it right here. Oh, yes. Oh yes, and we're gonna turn Mike's HomePod into a watermelon. Ooh, I can't wait to see how that'll turn out. It's gonna be a banger. Y'all aren't ready for it. Oh, looks like we do not need a new Schottky diode. We've got a 52K date code on there. Yeah, I will probably, this weekend, we will hop in my Discord server and do another little like HomePod die voice chat, video chat. Hopefully not at freaking 7, 8 o'clock at night. Alright, so that should conclude the maintenance for the inside of this one. Well, sans a new subwoofer gasket. Yeah, it just needed new filters. It didn't even really need them, but it would eventually, so we'll stay ahead of that. Schottky diode, not within the range that fails. I don't see anything or smell anything else in here. So and Chris is in the US. They use 110 volt AC power. So it's not like a 220 volt thing like we saw like 2 years ago when someone sent one in from overseas that wasn't turning on for them, and they were sure it was not turning on for them. But as soon as we got it and plugged it in, it turned right on. We almost didn't take it apart. But then we both decided it would have been best to just take it apart anyways and see if there was anything wrong inside. This was before we knew more about what to replace before, you know, preventative maintenance stuff. Anyways, cracked that sucker open to find that a big juicy cap on the power supply had blown up. What's interesting is that it still worked on our 110 volt AC power, but it did not work on their 220. Define eaten. Have I eaten today? I have consumed a number of calories, not much. It's been a rough day. I did right before the stream. I ate a bag of chips, chowed down a chocolate bar. I've already finished my RC. I might go grab some Ritz crackers while this boots back up. Try to hold ourselves over a little more. But I've been bad. I have not sat down and eaten a full meal today. Right now is like the first time that I've been able to sit for more than 10 minutes. Your sister took your HomePod. It's finally happened. Why is Mike up there again? Because Mike sent another HomePod. Along with this really cool flashlight. You know, you got your UV mode, you got your laser pointer, you got your ultra bright LED. Solid metal. When I saw pictures of this that you were posting on it about it, Mike, I thought it didn't look like it was metal. Those guys make some serious flashlights. Mike's pretty close up there. I've had I think I've had probably like two to four other people that have done a few more than him. There was one fellow that we've fixed. I mean, there's two fellows that we've fixed at least 10 to 15 for. There's a third gal that we fixed. Maybe like six to eight of them. Have a few people that have bought a refurb from us every month or so for a while. But Mike's pretty high up there. Like I could easily put him in top 10, maybe close contender for top 5. Oh. About gave myself a heart attack here. Why isn't it turning on? Well, that's because the power cable's not plugged into the kilowatt, you doofus. We move on to 3434. Let's let them know that they're up here. I'm gonna go grab some crackers. Myself some Ritz crackers, and I got myself a pork or tonkatsu. I got myself a pork omaibo.
One moment. Okay, here's Apple Music One.
All right. Here is 3434. Let's get their name up here. This should be the one with blinking volume buttons. They've got a second one that they sent in that has no power, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it works. The second one they sent in works just fine. It just needs maintenance. Bullocks. Okay. We got our adapter connected. I think this is the only brick for today. So I don't really feel like getting my screen share working for one of them. Let's just see if it's gonna play with us or not. All right. Let's give it a Gaster Pwn. Let's give it a Gaster Reset. Let's give it an iDevice Restore. It's not my command, any of my recent command history, whatever. I'll type it out manually. iDevice Restore -D -E -Y HomePod stuff 18.3 IPSW. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna go grab another soda while that's thinking about it. Ooh, waiting for NAND. So it timed out waiting for the NAND, which means either the NAND is dead or the BGA connecting it to the logic board has failed. Most likely. Most likely. Most likely the latter, not the former. That BGA usually fails before the NAND itself dies. I'm going to let it clean up so that we can attempt a NAND reball. We're going to send it here. Actually, hold up. 3434 said so they did say I'll decide after you look at it and diagnose. Here's the deal though. Here's the thing. They've got two HomePods here. So to me it's weird that they would send two HomePods in, only one with issues, and then want to have maintenance done on the one that works fine, if they are not going to want to pay for the hardware repairs on the one that doesn't work as well. but they did say I'll decide after you diagnose it, so we'll let them know that this one will need just a little more work. So basically, most repairs are like $50 for these things, and then an extra $20 for shipping both ways. So usually a $70 repair total with US shipping both ways. If something needs to be, if it needs more work than usual, than a usual HomePod repair here, it's only $10 more. That's if I need to replace a board, a speaker, do a little more take a little more time on a hardware repair than they normally take, right? So I'm sure they're going to be okay with paying the extra $10 for us to do the hardware repair on this, but they did say they'll decide after we diagnose. So we're going to let them know what's up with this one. I'm going to clarify with them whether they wanted this one maintained or not as well. And I'll give them some options. So what they could do, they could pay for repairs and maintenance on both of these, get them back. Or they could pay for the repairs / maintenance on one of them. Or not one of them. They could give us one of these, and then we'll give them a warranty and maintenance on the other one and send that back to them. They won't pay anything out of pocket. They'll get a HomePod, a working HomePod back, but that would be really weird because, again, this one works just fine. And they sent it in presumably just for maintenance, but I'm not positive yet. So yeah, we will message them and let them know here what their options are. Let's see, and did they hold up 434? Okay. Let's see, okay, sorry. That took a little longer than I wanted, but we shot them a message. Let's put them to the side for now until we figure out what they want. We now got Jason and his 2 HomePods. Let's see here. We've got Jason. Sorry for the super boring minutes here. But everything's a process and we gotta stick to it or we mix people's pods up and people don't get what they were supposed to get. Okay. So Jason's HomePod here. No lights, no power. Couple of watts from the wall. That all looks like the usual dead diode to me. Let's get that fixed up. Do you know how to swap a new NAND into an iPhone, Marvin? Because as far as I know, it's not as simple as just dropping the new chip in there and restoring the firmware. There's a bit of low-level dumping and low-level firmware dumping. Not firmware, maybe even just raw data dumping off some of the chips and reprogramming serial numbers or some crap like that. There's the JCID program tool, but I think someone in the Discord server has one and they were not able to reprogram a replacement NAND for a HomePod like they were for an iPhone 6. But unfortunately the JCID programming tools, especially the one for the iPhone 6, they're expensive. I think you're spending like $300 to $500 on one that comes with everything that you need. So 1 second. If you head over to my website, nixfix.com, go to the customize. Is it clean or customize? I think it's called. I called it customize. Go to the customize link at the top. I put new photos of some different colors I've done up there. Still need to add a few more. And I got a couple new ones up there. And now let's take care of this dead diode. Oh, I call it cosmetic tips on my website, not customize. My camera's overheating. Uh-oh. Save the camera, save the camera. Oh god, am I gonna make it? Oh, I can't fit it up there. Shit. My camera's gonna shut down. This is not fun. Why did Sony make a vlog camera that thermally overheats after like an hour or two of continuous use? That doesn't seem conducive to vlogging. But I don't know. I'm not a vlogger, so I guess I wouldn't know. I guess I wouldn't. Where am I gonna put this sucker? Shoot. I'm just gonna have to jam it on there. Come on. Yeah. Hopefully that does not fall on my face in the middle of the stream. Okay. I got a fan on my camera. Big Mike, what is up? Welcome back. I wouldn't suggest a massive pot for dyeing HomePods. I would suggest one that's about an inch or two wider in diameter, in height than a HomePod. The bigger the pot, the more water you have to have, so the more dye you need to add to saturate it well enough. So the smallest pot that you can get away with while comfortably fitting the HomePod inside of it will work best. Then you're also spending less time waiting for it to boil or heat up your water and what have you. Cool. Looks like sticking the fan on my camera worked. The overheat warning has gone away. I'm going to turn that off for now because it's very loud. I would like to, of course, do a color that we haven't, or that there isn't a mini of yet. I would do a dedicated run with red to do a mini in red. Because, man, they haven't done a red mini yet. And they probably never will. We've got a perfect opportunity to look at how that might turn out, how we would do it. So, yeah, the plastic top we'd have to take off. That's definitely not gonna get colored. But the mesh would get the color. I think we could give the power cord color too. And yeah, I've got a spare mini that I can gut to wrap the mesh around and keep its shape. But I would be willing to do a run just for the mini to see how red turns out. I have high hopes for it. I feel very confident that we can get the mini working, because we can see where we can see a short on the board. I just need to dig out. I need to find my other. Oh, I brought him home. I brought Mr. Brick back home. So we're gonna take Mr. Brick apart and use him to see what we should, as an example, to see what we should see. Do a side-by-side comparison, see if we can spot the difference. And it'll also tell us what is ground and what's not, so that we can play around with voltage injection. Worst case, if I obviously fry Mike's Mini trying voltage injection for the first time here, I'll have a problem replacing his board with another one. But the goal is to get Mike a working Mini and color it. This weekend, that is. I want to try to fix the rest of what we've got today so that we can spend our time on that this weekend. But I'm going real slow today. I don't know why. It just feels like a slow day. Yeah, let me go grab Mr. Brick really quick and we'll do a quick status check on him. I already took him apart earlier and took the speaker back out of him, but there he is, Mr. Brick. Do I have... Oh, that's right, and I was letting my kid play with it, so I taped up the USB port so that she wouldn't get crap in there. Mr. Brick will provide us with very valuable information to figure out what is going on. Assuming he still turns on, and assuming he works. Mr. Brick? Mr. Brick? No. Mr. Brick, what have you done? Is he just software bricked? I am distraught. I can't live with this. Mr. Brick. How could you have forsaken us like this? Oh, you know what? I think the USB port's just really dirty still. Please, Mr. Brick, please. No, I don't think. Wait. Oh my goodness. Let me plug them back into the wall wart here real quick. Nothing. But it shows up in recovery mode on my Mac, so I'm going to try to restore him really quick. Or at least it did for a minute there. Mr. Brick, please come back. We need you. We need you. He was just showing up in recovery mode too, what the heck? Oh, there it is, recovery mode. Will it... Let me recover you. Yeah, there he is. Update? Restore. Agree. It's restoring. I think Mr. Brick has a chance of coming back here. Staying true to his name. I believe in you, buddy. You can pull through this. You pulled through it before. You can do it again. Oh, what was that? Mr. Brick. I guess it's time to turn that frown. Upside down. Leave his little tears there. Those aren't just tears, those are tattoos. He got those while he was in prison. It's really weird that he only shows up in recovery mode on one of my USB ports. I wonder if there's something wrong with my Mac. Oh no. Nick fixes his M2 MacBook Pro. He is blinking because he's still recovering. He is still recovering connected to my MacBook. And blinking orange, it means that it doesn't have enough power to turn on all the way. But this is normal while you're recovering it with USB. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh no, Mr. Brick. It's like 10% done. It takes a long time. What? M4? What do you mean M4? M4, M3, C1, all these fancy, simple chip names. Back in my day, we had full-on SKUs for our CPUs, not this single letter, single number crap. Next thing you know, Apple's gonna be making planes and calling it the B-17 bomber or some shit. Folks, that kid's awake.
I'm having trouble connecting to the...
That child is awake, and that means that we are about all out of time here. Well, we got an hour and a half into it, so not the worst. We got one of Jason's pods fixed, and I heard back from 3434. They said fix it and make them look nice. So we will oblige, but we are out of time for here and now. I'm feeling confident that Mr. Brick here will restore without a problem, so you'll see him again this weekend when we use him to try to figure out what's up with Mike's HomePod, his mini. In any case, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Goodbye.